What's up, guys? Welcome back to a new video, and today in this video I'm going to be joined by Doge, and we're going to be ranking all the 30 teams in the MLB and who has an actual chance of winning the World Series this year in 2021.
I know everything about baseball.
No, you don't. Not Alright, so we're actually going to start off with the San Diego Padres. So their pitching staff is actually improving this offseason with Joe Musgrove. That's actually huge for them. They're gonna have an insane season next year. This season was just the beginning of it. This past season was just the beginning of it. And I think they're going to be a great team next year. They have a chance to win the World Series, but obviously not a huge one. Now, I'm going to actually go to the second team I have in mind, the Atlanta Braves. Their pitching staff is starting to be solidified with Charlie Morton, Max Fried, Mike Soroka. Well, I will get to that. Be quiet for a second. I'm going to get to that in a second. But Charlie Morton, Max Fried, Ian Anderson, so on. But the thing is, Mike Soroka has an arbitration hearing in February or something like that. So I don't know if we're gonna lose them. I think they're gonna be brave. I can't speak. They're going to be Braves in 2021. What do you think, Doge?
They're gonna do so good and choke. They're gonna fucking choke
again. Probably, and we actually have.
No. They could go into the finals, be one win away from winning the championship,
and lose 3 in a row.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, not even just that. Not just 3. Oh yeah. Now let's do.
Anyway, I'm biased. I'm very biased. But get it? I said biased because we're going to the Cubs next. So I'm biased, but I'm actually gonna try not to be as biased because I'm gonna put them as a great team. They have a great chance to win the World Series, but they had some losses.
Yeah.
Now, next team, Chicago Cubs. They're not gonna do good next season. I can tell you that now. They're losing a lot of good players. They just lost John Lester to the New York Mets. Their pitching staff is being hammered, and they're going to different teams. They're losing a lot of players. They're not going to be good next season, and that's why I'm going to put them. Should I put them as a decent team or a bad team?
Well,
I'm gonna leave it at bad. Because they're gonna be bad.
I'm gonna agree with you with Atlanta too. They're a great team until they choke. They're really they actually are good if they didn't choke. You know what I think they should do?
What?
They should actually learn how to not choke.
Yeah, they really should. It's called the Curse of Atlanta.
I know, but at least with Blue Jays, at least we lose in passion.
We're gonna have to speed this up really quick because I don't want another 40-minute video. Alright, so Washington Nationals. They have a huge chance to win the World Series. You know why?
I got something to say about Washington. Do you know why I don't think
they're
gonna win? Do you know why I do think they're not gonna win?
What?
Because their capital was just raided.
Ah, that was a good one, Doge. That was a good one. Anyway, so their pitching staff, hands down, is going to be about the best pitching staff in the game. Because the Nationals have so many, World Series, bound pitchers. They could go to the World Series this year and win it all again. And just because of their pitching staff, that's why I'm putting them right up there next to the Braves. Next, we're gonna do the New York Mets. They have been getting so much this offseason. They are going to be an overpowered team next year. This year in 2021. They're going to be so overpowered. And that's why I'm going to put them all the way up there to outstanding. They have a huge chance to win the World Series. What do you think, Doge? Because their pitching staff has improved majorly. They have a World Series winning pitching staff, possibly. They're always hammered with injuries, though. They're always injury bound. But they have a great team. They have a good offense. I'm really thinking they're going to be productive this season. I don't like the Mets. They're our rivals. But, hey, I have to be honest about this. What do you think, Doge?
What it is, hey, again, that's an amazing pitch stuff. I don't watch baseball. I'm relying on you for this information. But
yes, I know.
I just think, okay, just saying, in my opinion, I do think they have probably the best stats right now. But do you think they are going to be able to succeed?
They don't have the best stats. You know why? Because they were complete ass last season. I mean, they weren't ass, but it was bad.
I don't even.
So, next team we're going to go to is... Which one? Detroit Tigers. I'm just gonna go right ahead. They haven't been doing much in the off season. They have not been getting good players, and boom.
Wait, all I gotta say, Detroit in baseball sucks.
Yeah,
in hockey they're decent. In basketball, they used to be. It's just a failure of a town.
Yeah, it's just a huge failure.
They only have a chance in hockey.
And Doge's favorite team, their Toronto Blue Jays.
I'm biased. S.
What do you think? They're getting better. They made the playoffs this year.
Here's the thing. Yeah, but at least, all I gotta say, they're not. Okay, they're better than the fucking Cubs. I think as long as we can.
Yes, they're better than the Cubs. And that's why I'm putting them to a decent team. They're getting some off-season moves, but the thing is, they basically have about the same players as last year. They're going to be a decent team. They don't have a huge chance of winning the World Series, but they have a slim.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the Tampa Bay Rays. They're probably not going to win the World Series next year because they're going to be losing all their players. They don't like spending money. They really don't like spending money. So that's why I'm going to put them right next to the Blue Jays.
Can I just say, I just said they're fresh off a win. I was like, oh wait, LA got the win.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, they're so bad.
So, moving on. The New York Yankees. What do you think, Doge?
Okay, so first place so bad. Yankee.
We can't hear you. Your mic is lagging.
I said you're gonna have a Yankee with no brim.
Yankee with no brim. So they have a great pitching staff. They have a great pitching staff. They have I forgot his name. I think it's Noah. I don't know. I forgot his name, but he's very good. Garrett Cole. Great pitcher. I think he was cheating with the Astros, but we're not going to talk about that cheating stuff right now. The Yankees, I'm going to move them right up to there because they're good almost every year, and they haven't been losing players. So that's what I'm going with for there. All right. Philadelphia Phillies. I'm gonna be honest. Every single team Bryce Harper goes to, they never won the World Series. So, when Bryce Harper was with the Nationals, they never won the World Series once. Once he left, they won the World Series. So I think Bryce Harper is a curse on the team. Like he is he's a cancer on the team, just like that quarterback on Ohio State. Nobody wants to be around him and stuff like that. Yeah, and that's why I'm gonna go with the Phillies to a decent team. They're not going to be a huge threat in the NL East, but I mean, yeah, but the LA Dodgers, they're going to be good next season because they have pretty much everybody on their team wrapped up in a contract. They have a lot of money. Go ahead.
I know, but can I just say something? Is that the logo from GTA 5?
No. So, and they have a great pitching staff. They have a great minor league system. They have great players, and that's why I'm moving them up to outstanding team.
Fair enough.
All right, the Chicago White Sox.
They're better than the Cubs.
I think they're gonna do good next season because they have a decent pitching staff. They basically have the same team as last year, so I'm just gonna move them. They're gonna be a decent team next year. I don't think they're gonna do that good. By the way, I don't know too much about what's going on in the off season. I do have a couple notes on the side, but yeah. Houston Astros. I'm just gonna go right ahead and move that to there because they're losing players.
Yeah,
And actually, also, not a lot of people want their players because of the cheating. But we're just gonna leave it at that, alright?
The funny thing is, about Houston, they didn't just lose people in baseball, they just lost their best player in basketball.
Yeah. They lost their best player in basketball. I can barely hear you, by the way.
Oh, sorry.
Alright, the Cincinnati Reds. We're just gonna go right ahead and put them right next to here. To decent teams. You know why? They're losing their star player to free agency. They're not signing him. And Trevor Bauer, we already know their pitching staff is going to get heavily hit from that. I mean, they still have Sonny Gray, but I mean, yeah, but the Miami Marlins. What do you think, Doge?
Okay, personally, if we're comparing the fact that I don't watch those...
We can barely hear you. You're not talking loud at all.
In my opinion, they're not the best.
Yeah, they aren't the best. Here, I'm fixing something. Doge, you are so quiet. Alright, so, Miami Marlins, these guys. So, the thing is, they're an up-and-coming team. They're young, but they're smart. Like, the owner is smart. He used to be a Major League Baseball player. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. Derek Jeter, yeah. So, anyway, they're an up-and-coming team. They're getting some players in the off season. I think they're still going to be a decent threat in the NL East, but the main threat in the NL East is going to be the Mets.
Mm-hmm.
Like to the Braves.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Baltimore Orioles. I think they're not going to do too bad next season, but they're still going to be awful. They haven't been getting really any players. They've been losing a couple, so I'm going to just go right there and plop them there. Alright. Where do we want to go next? San Francisco. So, I've never actually seen much in the offseason for them, but here, let me look for a second. Oh, by the way, the Yankees also signed Corey Kluber, so, yeah. Took him from the Twins. I think he played for the Twins.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, by the way, the Nationals signed outfielder Kyle Schwarber. So, San Francisco. I'm looking. Wait a second. Yeah, they really haven't gotten much. It's a surprise they did decent this season, but in a full 162 game season, it's not going to be good for them. Anyway, Kansas City didn't get much either, so I'm just gonna go right in bloop. Right there. I'm trying to limit this video. It's not gonna be very long. I don't want it to be too long. So, Seattle Mariners did not get much in the offseason. Their pitching staff is not that great. Their closers are not that great either. So that's why I'm going to put them right there. All right. So we're going to go to the Twins. They just lost Corey Kluber. They're taking some losses, but they're not going to be a huge threat. So I'm going to put them on a decent team. The Indians, which the name is going to be changed soon. They are losing their second baseman, I'm pretty sure. But they haven't been taking heavy losses. But I mean, yeah, I'm just gonna do that and put them there. I'm gonna check something really quick. Alright, so Indians trade Francisco Lindor. Yep, Francisco Lindor is gone, shortstop. Pitcher Carlos Carrasco. And they have Rosario and Andres. That's two pretty big losses for them. Their pitching staff is going to be suffering, and their shortstop category is going to be suffering majorly. The Colorado Rockies. Alright, I need to do my research for this real quick. Wait, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the Rangers for a second. They sign. Yeah, I'm not gonna try that name. Oh, by the way, the Nationals are actually gonna be pretty good next season too because they're getting Josh Bell. All right. Yeah, the Giants sign Anthony. Yeah, it's not gonna be good for them this season. The Rays sign Mike. I don't know how to say that name. Yeah, wait, what? Rockies. Alright, Rockies. You know what? We're gonna go ahead and do Red Sox. Red Sox sign Hunter Renfroe. That's actually a decent guy, but I don't think they're gonna do much damage next season. Honestly, they're not a great team. I think they're just gonna be a decent team next season.
So back when I was back in little, my grade teacher was big on Boston Red Sox, and every time we say we're in a math equation for number 9, what is that, like we always say number 9, 10 ball game or whatever, like that. Something like that, like some player's number, and she had so much stuff that had Red Sox around the house, or her class. Her whole class was just Boston Red Sox.
Anyway, we're trying to limit the time for this video, though. Just be quiet. Plus, your mic audio is trash. Alright, so Rockies not getting very good signings this offseason. I'm just gonna go, ooh, bloop. Alright, so Diamondbacks. Not getting much. Not gonna be good next season. I forgot they even existed for a while. There's not really going to be any great teams this season. The one closest to being a great team this season. Well, actually, the Angels are getting a lot of signings in the offseason. Pretty good ones, too. They have a decent pitching staff. They have a Bernal Sanchez. They have a bunch of guys. They have one of the World Series guys from the Nationals, Anthony Rendon. I honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. I think they're going to be a great team this year. What do you think? You agree?
All the signings could guarantee help.
All right.
Hey, like I say, one player makes
Milwaukee Brewers. They do have Christian Yelich, but they don't really have anything major besides Woodrum, or however you say his name, whatever. Their pitching is decent. I mean, they're not going to be the best next season. For that case, I'm going to put them there. By the way, these are like the decent teams, like average, just slightly above average to average teams right there. But the Pirates are taking heavy losses, and I mean heavy. They're not going to be good next season, and that's why I'm putting them right there to a terrible team. So, sorry. You know what? I'm going to do that because Kansas City's not doing good. But I'm sorry to the Pirates fans, but it has to happen. Has to. Cardinals. Wait, let me do something. I'm going to do this really quick. Alright, guys, so, the Cardinals need a hitter or two. They need a couple more hitters. They need a utility player. They need a backup catcher because, Yadier Molina can't do it by himself. They haven't been getting very good players, though. They're not going to be a bad team, but they're going to be decent. Alright, so, the A's. Alright, guys, so for the A's, the biggest offseason moves they actually need is a couple middle infielders, like a middle infielder and then a backup. Yeah, with Seaman and Tommy La Stella now free agents, of course. They need a new closer because Hendricks is agreeing to a deal with the White Sox. So the A's really need some more bullpen pitchers. So but they acquire Turley with a deal with the Bucks. Wait, what? Minor league team. I was thinking Buccaneers for football. It was a minor league team. Alright, they avoid attribution with Pinder. Alright, so I don't think the A's are going to be that good next season, to be honest. They're not going to be... I don't think they're really going to be bad, but they're not going to be decent either. You know what? I'm just going to put it there. Okay, so this is what we have for this up. You know what? I'm gonna fix this a little bit and put it there. I'm gonna fix this up a little bit. Yeah, that's about how it's gonna look for me. So. Okay, so outstanding teams are like teams that have like really high odds of making the World Series. Mets and LA Dodgers, I explained why earlier. Great team has a chance to make the World Series. These guys right there. Decent teams are like mediocre teams. They're not going to do good or bad. They're just mediocre. Some of them might make the playoffs. Bad team, they're going to be below they're going to be below 500, probably, most likely. Maybe a couple above 500, but pretty much not very good. Like a little above 500 is like probably up here, so it's probably going to be below 500. And terrible team is way below 500, and they're like what 20 and like what? So like basically like the Miami Marlins 2 years ago, so like 50 and like 70 something. So that's considered bad. So or terrible. I meant. So that's pretty much how it's gonna look. Anyway, guys, hopefully you guys liked the video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Bye, guys.